Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for
January 14th of 2025
is titled North Star, Polaris and Surrounding Dust. So what do we see here? Well, here we see a picture of a star, and this is Polaris, known as the North Star. Now, it's not the brightest star in the sky. In fact, not by far. It's actually about the 50th brightest star in the sky. So that means there are dozens of stars that are brighter than Polaris. So why is Polaris so important and so interesting? And why is it called the North Star? Well, that's because of its positioning in space. It happens to be located right now relatively close to the North Celestial Pole. Now that is the extension of Earth's North Pole out onto the sky and is the pivot point around which the sky appears to rotate. Now, the Polaris happens to be located within about a degree of that right now and is actually slowly getting closer over the next few decades and eventually will start getting farther away from it. So the fact that there is a star near this North Celestial Pole is just a coincidence right now. There's no reason that there has to be a star located there. And in fact, in the southern hemisphere, there is no star located near the South Celestial Pole. This changes because of Earth's precession. Precession is a wobbling of Earth's axis and changes where the Earth's axis points over time. It's a very long term rotation, and it takes about 26,000 years for it to make a cycle. So 26,000 years ago, Polaris was right about where it is now. And 26,000 years from now, Polaris will be back again very close to the pole. But in the meantime, it slowly changes the positioning. And there have been times where other stars are closer to the pole. In fact, at one point, thousands of years ago, the star Vega, which is even brighter than Polaris, would have been closer to the North Celestial Pole. So that changes, and then means that there's many times, and in fact most of the time, there will not be a star near the celestial pole. It's only on those occasions where the Earth's axis happens to point in that direction of a star that we actually get a pole star to help us identify the location of the pole. Otherwise, the North Celestial Pole is invisible. It's not something that you can see on the sky unless a star happens to be located in that general direction. Now here we see also the dust around Polaris. The dust is what is known as an Integrated Flux Nebula. Now, normally a nebula is excited by the gases of a star around it. However, some of this nebulosity that we see is just all up above around the plane of the galaxy, and they're illuminated by all of the stars around it. So all of those stars within the galaxy kind of contribute to the glow of that star. So it's not associated specifically with just the star Polaris, where it happens to be located here. Now they're relatively common, seen all over the sky, but they're very, very faint because there is not a single star there illuminating them. So they can be hard to see, and it takes very long exposures to be able to bring out the much fainter material that is present there. So that was our picture of the day for
January 14th of 2025.
It was titled North Star, Polaris and Surrounding Dust. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.